Alright guys, so I was taking another look at the handle. I'm going to cut it now. I think I'm going to go with about 6 inches. So it'll make it a 16-inch handle. Kind of played around with holding it at that length. For me, I feel like that's going to be a good length for me. So let's get to cutting. Alright, so I already made the notch where I want to cut it. And remember, this is the silky saw, so this does cut on the pull action only. So I'm going to... The way I do it is I use a little more pressure on the pull stroke, and then I release pressure on the push stroke. Oop. Hey guys. I'll lose you. There we go. Alright, now remember, I'm going to save this piece, because this piece I will turn into a knife handle, and it works out perfect. That's actually a shape I like to do a lot. It's a very common, traditional shape for pucos, which, if anybody gives a crap, that is my favorite style of fixed blade. I do love those traditional folders. Traditional fixed blades. Alright, so, trying to stable. Alright. So here we go. This is what we were looking at now. That's how it was looking before. That looks a lot better. I'm much happier with that now. Give you guys an idea how it looks now. This is all dry. I think that is much better now. You know, with holding that, I think this makes it, I think, a lot more useful for me, what I want to do with it. So, before we start treating this, let's get to this. This is the part I'm very excited about. I know I love patinas. Alright, so I dumped out and rinsed out this bucket that we were using to clean off any of the, neutralize that quick strip, as well as cleaning the excess paint off. Rinsed it out really well. And now here, there's just regular vinegar. Got this at Walmart. I didn't believe how cheap this stuff was. I thought vinegar cost more. This was like less than $3. So I got 2 gallons. Lasts me a long time, but that's fine. Oh, that stuff stinks. I don't know. Vinegar actually reminds me of as a kid, my grandmother on my mother's side. She's kind of the old school Italian. And she used to use vinegar. Scarlett, honey, I need you to go back inside now, please. Go inside now, please.
Hi, guys.
Thank you, honey. Sorry about that. It's my kid, the one we're doing the video with tomorrow. Alright, just need a little bit more. Alright. And then you can absolutely save it, too. I won't put it back in this. I'll find another container. But this, I don't know. We'll see how many times we can use it. Maybe we can make that a thing over the course of, several usages. How many times can you use the vinegar? Oh man, I sure probably just got a small bottle. Use this so many times. This stuff will last me for years, and I got another gallon. Alright, that's enough of that though. Set that to the side. You can see here, we are in the vinegar. I'll take a look at that. Man, that'll be nice. I'll take a look at that tomorrow. So it won't be probably a full 24 hours. I'll probably do that in the morning, but it'll be sitting, probably at least a good 12 hours. Now it's just about 8 now. So yeah, we'll probably maybe tomorrow, 9, 10 o'clock, we'll pull it out, take a look. I'm going to check it through the night. Alright, now let's get back to the handle. Alright, so, since we did cut that, it was actually a relatively straight cut. Pretty happy with that. What we want to do though, I did discuss this in a previous video on carving, but just want to put a nice little chamfer around it. And just kind of strengthen it a bit, especially because the idea of getting the handle on and off is you have to pound the top and bottom of this. So you want nice, strong edges on the wood so you don't get any tear out. If you want any more information on that, I believe it was the wood carving tutorial on carving a pipe, on that birch pipe that we carved. So here we go. Go more in depth on that. Doesn't have to be nuts because we're going to sand this a little bit, but just kind of bring it around a little bit. There we go. Alright, from here we're just going to see if I can find some of that sandpaper, just clean this up a bit. No, it's not a big deal. We can sand it again after we treat it, and then just throw a little more treatment on it, a little more of the boiled linseed oil. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with that. So you can kind of see here, just rounded that off. So instead of just being a flat 90-degree edge, just threw a little 45 all the way around. Alright, take a look. Alright, I don't see any, that's fine. Not a problem at all. Now let's get that boiled linseed oil. There we go. And just open this up again. And you can see too that stuff. That's why you don't want to leave the stuff sitting on your wood. You know, let it soak in as much as it will, because it will kind of congeal and you just get this, you know, kind of nasty stuff that just builds on. That's what the linseed oil, the boiled linseed oil turns into. And then that's that all over your handle. Alright. Now, I'll have to clean that knife blade off a little later. Got so much linseed oil on it. Alright. Now this here, I'm going to just give it a quick treatment with it. This is something too, we'll treat it again tomorrow. May or may not do it on camera. Alright. There we go. Just pour a little bit on. And let's just start working it in. Just making sure you get all areas. Make sure you don't have any bare spots. And especially too, like we discussed, you want to get the top and bottom, especially where we just cut. It's going to soak it in really good there. That's only going to strengthen the wood. There we go. That's looking good. Alright, so we get a good... Yeah, I'm happy with how that turned out. There we go. You kind of see a little before and after what the linseed oil looks like. You know, just brings out that grain a bit. Now I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to put it in a spot where it'll stay clean. Won't get dust all over it. Just wipe my hand off. I will be soaking this rag. Remember we discussed. Boiled linseed oil is flammable. Or it's combustible rather. So this rag will be soaked. Another thing too I forgot to bring up earlier. So they do come with these nylon Kedora sheaths. At some point we'll do a little video on making Tomahawk little sheath or mask rather. I just have to dig out my leather working stuff, and we'll make a nice little sheath. We can make a nice strap for it, throw some rivets in, a nice button snap, and we'll go over the treating. And because I have raw leather, we can even cover dyeing your leather. Alright, so this here we don't need. I'm going to set this aside with the handle. Alright guys, so actually we'll take a look. I don't know how well you can see, but there are bubbles forming all around the metal. You can see the little air bubbles coming up a little bit at a time. You can see this is working its magic. So this will be really cool to see how well this turns out. I have done a little bit before with with vinegar, doing forced patinas on some carbon steel knife blades. And I haven't done like a full soak like this. Usually I'll just wrap them in it and, you know, leave them for a half hour or an hour. And they'll usually get kind of grayish. But I really want to go for dark. I want it to basically turn black. But we'll see. We'll see how it comes out tomorrow. Like I said, I'm going to check it over the course of the night. But this will be pretty cool. You know, so tomorrow we'll put an edge on it. But we'll do another coat on the handle. And actually, I think that'll probably be just about it. So maybe we can just do this in 2 parts. You know, and then the third part will be, you know, eventually down the line, where we'll make a sheath for it. And I think that'll be pretty cool. Hope you guys like this. I hope it was informative. I hope you guys got something out of it. And to see that, you know, with just some basic equipment, anybody can do this. And you can get those Tomahawks for pretty cheap. You know, so it's something, I mean, I think I'll definitely get more. And yeah, like I said, I think they make 3 of them. You know, I'd like to maybe do the same thing on the other ones. Maybe I'll do things a little different. I've seen people do, not necessarily this, but with other stuff, using torches and kind of doing like little burn designs into the wood handle, so that'll be kind of cool. Maybe if I do something like that, we can cover that. That'll be a fun thing. We can go on an adventure together with that. But alright guys, you guys have a great night. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and comment. And you guys have a good rest of your night.